From your home of the Beijing Olympics, featuring 11 minutes of nonstop news, your Weather Authority forecast, and SWX Sports. This is NBC Right Now Local News, 11 at 11.
Good evening. Thanks for staying up with us tonight. I'm Scott Daniels. It's been unusually warm as of late, but things are about to change. That's according to Stacy Lee in the Weather Center for the first look at our weather forecast. Hello, Stacy.
Hi, Scott. Yeah, if you walk outside, you can tell things have changed. Pretty chilly right now. We're sitting at 40 degrees in the Tri-Cities, 38 in Yakima, 36 in Cle Elum, and it's going to get even chillier tonight. Here's what's coming up. We've got temperatures back to the 40s for your daytime highs tomorrow. A breezy Saturday ahead of us. We could see a rain-snow mix coming into Yakima Sunday night into Monday, and we're going to see some weekend snow on those mountain passes. We'll get to all the details in your full weather forecast. Scott, back to you.
Right, be careful on those mountain passes. Thank you, Stacy. With the Omicron variant now detected in the United States, President Joe Biden spoke to the nation today about what happens now. Sochi Hernandez reports.
This new variant is cause for concern, but not panic.
President Biden addressing the nation on Omicron, the latest COVID-19 variant of concern.
I know COVID-19 has been very divisive in this country. It's become a political issue. It shouldn't be. Now, as we move into the winter and face the challenges of this new variant, this is a moment we can put the divisiveness behind us, I hope.
The president laying out 5 key steps to combat Omicron and continue on the road to success out of this pandemic. The first step, expanding the effort to give eligible adults their booster shots.
Our docs and the scientists believe that people who get a booster shot are more protected than ever from COVID-19.
And also authorized paid leave for federal employees to get their booster, encouraging the private sector to do the same. Family clinics will also be a way to encourage adults to vaccinate their little ones.
Vaccinating our children is also critical to keeping our schools open.
With 99% of them already fully open, the way to keep it that way is with frequent testing and vaccinating. Next, President Biden is working with governors to send out 60 surge teams to overrun hospitals, ERs, and ICUs.
We've worked with Republican and Democratic governors, as many Republican governors as Democratic governors, to deploy what we call surge response teams.
Working with doctors and scientists to also distribute more antiviral pills and antibody treatments that can treat COVID patients. The president also reminded us that this is a worldwide pandemic, with the U.S. leading the vaccination effort internationally.
We've shipped for free more vaccines around the world than all other countries in the world combined.
The U.S. leading the cause to distribute 280 million vaccines to 110 countries. While Biden assured the American people it will not be at the cost of American health.
I'll always make sure that our people are protected first, but vaccinating the world is not just a moral obligation that we have, in my view. It's how we protect Americans.
As this winter approaches, COVID cases are expected to surge, but with testing, vaccinating, and staying united, we can come out of this stronger.
And we'll move forward in the face of Omicron variant as well. And we'll do it by keeping the faith and doing it together as the United States of America.
President Biden also assuring the American public that he does not anticipate us going into a shutdown again, but that the best and safest way to keep everything open and running is by getting vaccinated. Governor James, meanwhile, saying that while many are focused on the Omicron variant, we should not forget about the Delta variant of COVID. In our state, scientists are increasing genotyping and surveillance activities to track variants. They're also focusing on case investigations and contact tracing. These tools will help them find out when Omicron gets here and how fast it spreads. But Governor Inslee said in order to be proactive with the virus, getting vaccinated is the most important thing to do.
It makes sense to get vaccinated today, no matter what we find out about Omicron, because right tonight we're threatened by Delta. Delta's killing people today. And we really urge people to get their first vaccine and their booster at the appropriate time.
Governor Inslee is saying right now in Washington, a lot of people are looking to get boosters. There are often long waits. So if you want one, make sure to make an appointment to help prevent system backups. The state is also working to get more COVID tests out to the public. And now good news regarding COVID cases. They're still dropping in Benton and Franklin counties. There are just over 170 COVID cases per 100,000 people over a 2-week period in both Benton and Franklin counties. Hospitalizations also decreasing. Dr. Amy Person with the health district says that while we don't know the effectiveness of vaccines against the Omicron variant, that doesn't mean they don't work. She says getting vaccinated and getting booster shots and testing will provide protection ahead of the holiday season.
That will allow everyone to continue to make plans about the holidays and to enjoy spending time with friends and family without the worry of new exposures.
Dr. Person says to make sure you monitor travel restrictions and recommendations before you travel for the holidays. And if you need a test before you go see family and friends or fly, go to sayyescovidhometest.org. Safety alert now. A fatal semi-truck crash happened early this morning along Highway 97 near Toppenish. The 55-year-old woman was driving a Walmart truck on LaRue Road when investigators say she hit a semi going in the intersection going 55 miles per hour. Now, the other semi-truck driver is okay. The woman died before being life-flighted to Harborview in Seattle. David Munoz, an investigator, tells us the woman did not stop at the stop sign.
These big vehicles, it is hard for them to stop, especially when they're moving. I know the driver of the log truck thought about stopping, but knew he was loaded and couldn't.
Now take a look at your screen here. You can see all that debris, hunks of metal, oil, diesel cans covering the roadway. This was part of Highway 97, and it was closed for nearly 7 hours today as cleanup crews moved all that debris. The Waloot warrior image will stay for now after Yakima Nation leaders approved it. A plan for respectful usage is being developed. The Waloot School District in Mattawa has until January of 2023 to develop a memorandum of understanding regarding the mascot usage. A new state law is requiring schools to get the use of names and images related to Native American culture to be approved by tribes. The Biden administration plans to restart the Trump-era Remain in Mexico policy next week following a deal with the Mexican government. The policy requires migrants seeking asylum to wait outside the United States for their immigration court hearings. Biden had ended the program when he took office this year, calling it inhumane because of the violence migrants faced waiting in Mexico for their court hearings. Texas and Missouri officials sued the administration in April over the suspension of the program, but a federal judge in Texas ordered its reinstatement pending the outcome of the lawsuit in August. The administration fought the order but lost. The administration had said it still intends to end the program eventually. Richland native and astronaut Kayla Barron finished her first spacewalk today. Check this out. She and an engineer on board the International Space Station replaced an old broken antenna this morning. And it's not like you just walk outside and fix it, is it? So this launch on the ISS last month got delayed because of space debris. Now the walk still included a slightly elevated risk of a punctured suit from that satellite wreckage. Russia destroyed an old satellite in a missile test 2 weeks ago, sending debris everywhere.
Pretty cool. And football news, as the world of FBS football heads to conference championship week, we're already one round into the FCS football playoffs. It's been a short week for the Eagles, who knew while they walked off the field after a win over North Iowa that they were headed to Missoula for a rematch with the Grizz. That's tomorrow. And this Saturday, the Americans are having their teddy bear toss. PetSmart helping with donations today. This weekend, Prince George in town. That will be televised on SWX at 6 o'clock. And tomorrow, it's our first high school basketball broadcast of the year. It's Kamiakin and Davis. The action starts at 5:45. And later in the show, Jake Dicker spoke to the media as the newest head coach of the Cougs. So stick around. Back to you, Scott.
A lot of Coug fans waiting for that. Thank you, Jamie. That's your first 11 minutes of news, weather, and sports. Coming up, a look into why opening day for skiing and snowboarding is getting pushed back. That's right after the break in an in-depth report. We know you skiers and snowboarders out there are starting to get nervous as opening day for our local mountains is getting pushed back due to the lack of snow. Sophia Lesios spoke with the White Pass today about this.
At this point in the year, White Pass is typically a week away from opening day, but this year Mother Nature put them a little behind schedule.
It's been unseasonably warm, so we had to switch gears. We went back to some outside projects with the warm weather.
Do you have an anticipated opening day for this season?
Opening day, I wish we could call an opening day. So Mother Nature is in charge. What we typically do is we wait till we've got a couple of feet on the ground. We know we can operate safely. I really can't, as you can see with snow just starting to fall right now. We're definitely a week, maybe 2 weeks away.
They say typically White Pass would have a good amount of snow by now, but everything that was there is gone.
We had about 15 inches on the ground, but it melted with the warm snow. So it's cold again now. There's snow on the way.
Still, they are expecting to have a good amount of snow this winter, especially because of La Nina. According to the National Weather Service, La Niña winters tend to be cooler and wetter in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh yeah, definitely wax your boards up. We should be ready to go soon with a lot of snow.
Staff are also reminding people to bring their masks for COVID restrictions.
We do still have some COVID related restrictions. So we want to remind people to bring a mask, which is normal at a ski area. It keeps your face warm. Outside, there will be no mask requirement, but inside of our buildings, people should be ready to be masked up.
And we're keeping our fingers crossed. But the good news is, yeah, there is snow heading your way and cooler temperatures. These were the daytime highs today. If you recall, we were in the 70s yesterday around the region, 62 in the Tri-Cities, 58 in Yakima, hit 60 in Hermiston and Walla Walla. So let's take a look at the difference in temperatures tonight. Right now, 22 degrees colder than it was last night at this time. So yeah, definitely chilly. Bundle up if you're heading outdoors. Let's take a peek at our costless carpet tower cam on Port of Kennewick's Clover Island tonight. There you go. Nice calm view of the Cable Bridge. 40 degrees and winds from the northwest at 5 miles per hour. In Yakima, here's the Legends Casino Hotel Tower cam. 38 degrees. Winds from the southwest at 3 miles per hour, and it feels like 36, so chilly. And again, we've got the jet stream right going down the center of Washington state, allowing the cool air to drop down from Canada and the warm air to continue to the south. And as you can see, the atmospheric river continues to bring moisture to our region. So we'll start to see the moisture popping in through the weekend. In fact, let's take a look at our future cast. Tomorrow morning, we'll see some clouds, maybe a little patchy fog here and there, making our way most of the day, pretty clear skies. And then as we move into Friday night, Saturday morning, that's when we see that snow start to pop through the Cascade Mountains and spill over the east slopes of the Cascades as rain in the Yakima area. But I wouldn't doubt maybe a snowflake or two with that as well, with those chilly temperatures we're looking at. We'll see rain in the Tri-Cities all the way into Walla Walla, Dayton, and then that snow will move off to the east and into the panhandle of Idaho. Again, Saturday we'll see more moisture and maybe some mixed precipitation here in the Walla Walla area. So definitely you want to keep an eye on those mountain passes if you're heading to the west side this weekend, maybe heading out to the Seahawks game or maybe doing some holiday shopping on the other side of the state. So be careful as you're traveling across the passes. We are going to see some gusty winds picking up on Saturday, particularly through the Kittitas Valley and the Columbia River Gorge. It'll be breezy through the Columbia Basin and Yakima Valley, but very, very gusty winds, 35 and 40 miles an hour through Kittitas Valley. So we're keeping an eye on that for you as well. Temperatures chilly tonight, most of us in the 30s, 29 in Ukiah, 30 in Yakima, 36 for Tri-Cities, 32 in Cle Elum. Tomorrow, those temperatures are only going to get up to the 40s, the mid to upper 40s, 49 in Walla Walla, 49 in Heppner, 46 in Yakima, 45 in Ellensburg. Weather photos. Now there's two of them tonight. I'm going to step out of the way. Our friend Jack Dalton took this photo in Granger of a sunset, and then his niece Ashley did a painting of the photo. I thought they were great. So great talent there from Ashley. Remember to send your weather photos and paintings in to news@NBCRightNow.com. 7-day planner, again, breezy PM mix. We could see rain mix with snow Sunday and Monday in Yakima. We'll see rain showers in the Tri-Cities. That's your weather forecast. Scott, back to you.
I'll be driving slow on my way home from the Seattle Seahawks game, that's for sure, on Sunday. Thank you so much, Stacy. And all right, this holiday season, we're having some fun. We're going to share our holiday recipes tonight. Brianna Chavez.
To start off, we're going to add about 2 small bowls of uncooked pinto beans to a pressure cooker. Fill with water, put the lid on, and set on medium-high heat for about 30 to 40 minutes. Next, chop up a pack of bacon into small pieces, then cook on medium-high heat until your desired crisp. Next step is to take your meat slices and chop those up into small bite-sized pieces. Add to a large pot and set on medium-low heat. The trick is to let the meat cook slowly, but not fully. Add in the Larry's, lemon pepper, the sauces, and continue to cook on low heat. Once you see it almost fully cooked, take the meat off the heat and let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. While that sits, start cleaning off your onions and radishes. Trim the edges. The radishes will be served on the side. Remove the cooked bacon from your pot and add in the onions and some serrano peppers to be served on the side. The peppers are for those that enjoy a little spice. Now, time for some yummy guacamole. Let out the steam from your pressure cooker. Add in some water to your beans, return to the stovetop. Season with salt and also bring to a boil. Put the meat back over heat, add some of the bacon fat for more flavor, add in several cups of water and bring to a boil. To serve, add your desired amount of meat and beans with broth from the meat to a bowl size you like. Top that off with some of the bacon and enjoy.
Looks good. Up next in sports, Jake Dickert, officially the head coach for Washington State football. Sports is next.
From the Jeremy Brock Mortgage Sports Studio, this is an SWX Sports Update.
On October 18th, WSU named Jake Dickert as interim head coach following the firing of Nick Rolovich. From there, Dickert became a months-long application and interview process to become the full-time head coach. As Joe McHale tells us from Pullman, Dickert passed with flying colors of crimson and gray.
Well, it's certainly been a day to remember here in Pullman as Washington State officially introduced Jake Dickert as the 34th head football coach in program history. Dickert, who did take over as the interim coach back in early October, had a chance to address his family and thank the players and thank everyone who has supported him throughout this journey that started in a small town in Wisconsin. But he also had time to share his vision for the football program. He says a lot of it starts with recruiting, and he outlined how and where he plans on doing that. Meanwhile, athletic director Pat Chun adding that he was thankful for the time that he had to find who he believes is the right man for the job.
From Tumwater to Tacoma, okay, from Eastside Catholic to Gig Harbor, okay, from the Palouse to Spokane to the Tri-Cities and everywhere in between. We're going to be at your school, we're going to fly the Coug flag, and we will find you.
I had the gift of time. It allowed us to meet you guys, this industry is very, very unique, especially in the coaching side. All these searches are accelerated at a breakneck pace. I was fortunate that we had the time, we had this evaluation, and we ended up in the place we needed to be at.
So it's been a day filled with a lot of joy, celebration, and excitement here at Washington State. But for the football team, job's not over just yet this season. Remember, the Cougs did become bowl eligible once again earlier this season. As for who they're going to play, where they're going to play, we'll find that out on Sunday. Reporting from Washington State University, I'm Joe McHale, SWX.
Thank you, Joe. In high school playoff football this Saturday, Royal looks for its 10th state title. The Knights taking on Eatonville. Rob Jesselson brings us a preview.
On Saturday afternoon, the Royal football team will play for a 1A state title. The Knights have 9 in the trophy case, but this is the only one that matters.
There's 21 seniors for one thing, and a lot of those kids don't play a lot or very little, and they work really hard. They put the time in, and those kids, along with the ones that are on the field, it would mean a ton to those kids.
You'd think having won 4 out of the last 5 1A crowns would put a little pressure on a group of high school players. Think again.
I wouldn't say really pressure, more or less goals. We see coaches and community members go do that before, and we want to do the same thing.
When you grow up in Royal City, you dream of playing for the Knights. When you play for the Knights, you dream of winning a state title.
We expect it every year. We work hard in the weight room. We know it doesn't just happen, so off-season's working hard, and everyone knows it, so everyone goes.
Eatonville is the team standing in Royal's way. To win this game, the game plan is simple.
Running game's important. We've been able to run the ball a little bit, and so have they. So something's got to give a little bit, and neither team has been slowed down much. So defense and protect the football.
Sounds simple, something that Royal has done a lot.
It's going to mean a lot. It's going to really show that hard work pays off.
Rob Jesselson, SWX.
So this Saturday, it's Royal and Eatonville kickoff set for noon in Lakewood. But still ahead, Stacy will have a last word on our weather. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Good evening. Welcome back. One final look at the weather. Let's plan our day tomorrow. Look for partly cloudy skies, maybe a little patchy fog in the morning. 39 in the Tri-Cities at 7. We'll hit 47 by lunchtime and down to 45 for dinner. In Yakima, gotta have the countdown. Almost forgot. 23 days till Christmas. Almost 22. All right, in Yakima tomorrow, chilly again, 37 at 7 a.m. At noon, lunchtime, 46. And again, partly cloudy skies. By 5, we're looking at 44 degrees. Let's take a look at our 3-day planner. And again, we're going to start to see some rain mixed with snow popping into Yakima overnight Saturday into Sunday. And again, mountain passes, we're expecting snow Friday night into Saturday and heavy snow on Sunday evening. So do drive safe out there. That's all I have. Back to you, Scott.
How about the countdown to the Niners-Seahawks game? 3 days. See you there. Have a good night.